Hey y'all, what's going on? Get in here, get in here, get in here, please. Let's talk. Let's talk. How y'all been? How y'all been doing? Listen, I've been all right. Thanks for asking. I've been okay. So listen, I have been over here working like, the people that built the pyramids. And I have been wanting to get on here and talk with y'all because the people have lost their minds. Like literally the level of crazy that's going on right now with the blogs, with the celebrities, with the reality TV people, with social media. This level of crazy is, it's worthy of our attention. So I'm just glad to be in here to talk to y'all. How's everybody doing? TGIF, happy Friday. I hope y'all did y'all random acts of kindness yesterday because it was Thursday. Hold on real quick. I don't know why some people whoop, there it is. All right. All right. Okay. I was taking care of something. Had some of my folks from back home needed a little help. You know how it is sometimes. Sometimes we gotta help folks. Sometimes we gotta help folks. It be that way. Hold on. And then they try you. Wait a minute, y'all. I might have to put y'all in my business a little bit. Wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. People, can we talk? Can I talk to y'all about what's going on? Can I? Because see, I don't know if I'm sensitive or whether people just be trying me because, I'm changed. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about because some of y'all been changed too. Some of y'all ain't who y'all used to be either. Okay, it ain't just me changed. Some of y'all done changed too. But literally, y'all, I had somebody reach out to me that I don't even talk to on the regular. I don't know the last time I sat down and had a conversation with this person. Hey, my argument is I'm gonna greet everybody in 1 second, but I gotta tell y'all this. So they reached out and was like, hey girl, I'm in trouble, stuff real messed up. Can you help at all? And I'm like, okay, I can help a little bit because y'all know me. If I can, I will. You know what I'm saying? Don't go crazy. But if I can, I will. Mind you, let's talk about it. This is somebody back in the day I helped on a regular basis. I'm talking about on a regular basis. This person didn't have a job the first, ain't had a penny to cry. And that's back when, Nitra was still, Nitraing. Okay. So, I had a little bit more than I got now. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right now, but I was all right then. So I helped a lot, like a lot. I'm talking about help them, help their mammy, help their children, then help their friends around them. The girl was helping. And so, time bring about a change. People move on in their lives. And, sometimes you grow apart from friends. It's nothing bad. You go this way, I go that way. Y'all know how it is. And anyway, periodically, this person may reach out and say, hey, or whatever, but I don't hear from them like that. And it's no big deal because, hey, we're all grown now. Child, this person reached out, asked for some help. I say, no problem. I said, okay, you want me to Zelle it to you? Or you want me to Cash App it to you? They say, well, you could Zelle. I say, from this number? Oh, no, it's not that number. Just Cash App. And I said, okay, well, send me your Cash App. Because, see, back when I was helping, there wasn't no such thing as Cash App, right? So listen, y'all. They was like, well, I Cash Apped you one time. No, not one time. I Cash Apped you before. And I was like, years ago. And I think that was for one of the children's birthday. The person literally sent $20 one time for one of the children. I got 3 head of children. They sent $20 one time for one of the children. Child, do you know this person expected me to remember their Cash App from many, many moons ago for that one little tide $20? So I sent them some, change to try to help them out. And I ain't saying no name, but I got to talk about this because this was too much. Do you know this Negro, this person texted me and was like, oh, I guess I was too busy sending. I was sending and not receiving. And I was sitting there like literally I had to say something to y'all because I'm about to blow it. I'm about to blow my stack. Like I helped you out of the kindness of my heart, like I did many, many, many times all those years ago. And this person had the nerve to say you sent and didn't receive $20. $20 for big children, for, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nice, the gift is a thought that count. But you sent $20. Baby, listen, I said all that to say this. Do not for the rest of 2025, don't let nobody play in your face, because people, the level of ungratefulness, the level of I'm a tried, the level of audacity that some people have, it is off the charts. Off the charts. When I tell you off the charts, off the charts. Now, let me greet y'all. What's going on? Bianca the Beautiful is in the chat. Happy Friday. She's asking y'all to please hit the like button on your way in, get your snacks, and get your seats. Okay, and if y'all still at them people job, please fake sneeze or fake cough if you have to laugh. Happy to be happy. Hey, girl, we happy you here. Thank you for being like number 2. My girl, Lulu's little girl, is like number 5. Hey, sis. Sweet beloved. Hello, lady. How are you? Thank you for being number 3. Anel is here. Hello, love. Hey, Antoinette. How you doing, sis? Yvette, all the way from Birmingham, UK. She is number 13. Okay, our Birmingham beauty. We got Malaysia World. What up, Nina Ross? Thank you for being number 8. Life been lifing on you, girl. It be like that. It's tough. Ms. M01. Hey, girl. How you doing? Happy Friday. Deborah Randall is here. I'm so glad because we got to talk about them housewives heifers just a little bit after we get through with the crash dummies. Yes, we do. My argument is number 16. How are you? How are you? Hey, Miss Bertha Miller. She's in Arkansas. It's 1:43 p.m. I know that's right. Brittany Janae is like number 20. I appreciate you. D. Seratina's. Hey, kinfolk. Thank you for being number 20. Good to see you. DT. Hey, love. Thank you. Thank you. DT is reminding y'all, please hit the like button and welcoming you to the live stream. DT is also like number 21. All right. Who this is? Is this Chef Blondie? How are you? Peace and love to you too. Welcome, welcome. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Yeah. Share the video, like the video. Don't forget your engagement button on the bottom right-hand side, the circle with the heart emoji. Send up the bubbles. Yanni, welcome. Welcome. If this is your first time, if not, welcome back. It's good to have you. I'm happy to see you. Y'all, please make sure you put your like number in the chat. Make sure that y'all are greeting everybody. Everybody be, kind to each other in the chat. Be pleasant. Respect the moderators. Respect the host. We can all agree and disagree on different things because, I don't have no fans. Y'all know I don't like nobody but y'all. I don't like nobody but y'all. So I'm 9 times out of 10, the people we talking about, I don't like them. But we're going to talk about them anyway. So if we, if somebody in the chat or even me, if I have an opinion that's not the same as yours, just tell me your opinion in the chat. No need to get rough. We ain't got to get rough. You ain't got to throw no bows. Just tell me what you think in the chat. I want to hear what everybody has to say, right? As long as you're not saying nothing nasty or ugly. And if you have to misspell your cuss words, I don't know about the like lottery. We're going to see what we can do. Because I got to see if the numbers go up. We got to see if the like numbers is where they supposed to be. And then we'll know how to move from there. And what else? Oh, if this is your first time joining us, please make sure that you let us know in the chat by saying first time or FTL for first time live so that we'll know that you're new so we can welcome you personally and individually because we are happy to have you here. Now, I don't know whether I should have came on later because normally I don't come on this early no more. And I notice every time I come on early, it's like y'all don't know I'm here. Hey, Shannon Campbell, thank you for being number 28. Y'all don't know I'm here. So then y'all end up having to catch me on replay. So I'm hoping that y'all are aware that I'm is here. and we ready to gossip. How you doing? So let's get into it. DS, thank you for being like number 29. My sis on the phone is here. Okay. She is also watching the chat. So y'all be careful between Bianca and my sis on the phone. Anything can happen. So y'all please be sweet in the chat. Okay. Please be sweet in the chat. So yeah, and DS is here to run that reflection corner. And I think we might need it today because we got to talk about some fools. Some fools. And I've been gone for like 4 days and it's been so much mess to happen. We got a lot of ground to cover. So y'all just get comfortable. That's all I can say. Get comfortable. We got a lot of ground to cover. Okay. How you doing? Come again. So good to see you. So look. Okay. And real quick, transparent day. Let me tell you, this is another dysmorphia day. So if you see me like grabbing my face or something, that's why, you know. I just think if you got a little crazy in your head, it's good to share it. Let people know that the crazy is there. So this is one of those days where the crazy is there, but we got a lot of ground to cover and a lot of gossip to get through. So we're going to get through that gossip. But if you see me, you know, grab my face or do anything, like I'm not itching, there's nothing happening to me. It's just a really bad dysmorphia day. My head looks round again to me. I know it's not rational. I'm aware, like cognitively, that it's not rational, but that's what I'm seeing right now. So if you see me, you know, make some strange movements or press on my face or something, that's why. Okay. So now, and that means y'all can like blow me a kiss or send me some good energy because I need it. Okay. I've been working a lot. And so, you know, that doesn't help. Like being too fatigued, it kind of triggers. So that's what's up. So now let's get into what's going on. Okay, everything we got to cover. Chris Brown is in jail. Him got arrested over there in the UK. Let me get the details because I want to read it to you right. Because I got to tell you what I think about this. And then we're going to bring it on home because the foolishness is on parade at this point. Foolishness is on parade. So, hey, God's anointed daughter, how you doing? Happy Friday. So, he in jail over there in the UK. Okay. Now I know he had a little tour situation or whatever going on, and that's nice. You know, everybody get their money and all that stuff, all that jazz. Yes, DT, Chris is in jail. Combat Chris is in jail. Now, what's shocking about this is not that he's in jail. What's shocking is that we got people on social media playing crazy like they don't know why Combat Chris is in jail. Combat Chris go around wanting to fight everybody. He want to whoop everybody. He wants to whoop and jump on men, women, cats, dogs, chickens, monkeys, zebras. Chris Brown is out here fighting with the garbage man and the garbage can. He fights everything and everybody anytime, anywhere. He don't mind. He was telling the boy from the Migos, what's his name? Quavo, whatever that little boy name is, the little skinny, funny looking one, that he would have fought him at Fashion Week, you know, if he wasn't worrying about his money. So why is everybody acting surprised that Combat Chris got a charge from being in open combat? Like, what is the shock? Please, somebody help me. Brittany Janae said these ninjas have lost their everlasting mind. Yes, they have, baby. Yes, they have. Miss Nisi, thank you for being number 33, girl. Lady Blue, you too. Y'all hit it at the same time. Quiet Storm rolling in is number 37. Yes, DT, he battling everybody. Everybody. Like, they're literally talking about, well, it's from 2023. Charges don't disappear because you're not in that country. Don't worry. I'm going to read y'all this because y'all got to see this. Sits on the phone, say he needs some milk. All that tussling. Sit down. Thank you. Every time you look up, this little joker is fighting with somebody. And I don't know what y'all like him for. I don't. All that jumping and spinning around. Go sit down somewhere. Hey, Belicious, thank you for being 34, boo. Yes, he need to be in jail. I'm sick of these abusive men, too. Always getting away with some poop. I'm tired. I'm really tired. So listen, let me tell y'all what People Magazine said, okay? People Magazine. Oh, and speaking of which, hold on. Because I got to tell y'all about this. Where I put it? Hold on. So, y'all know real quick, because I'm still enjoying the moisture, so y'all should know. I got me some satin lips from Mary Kay, from our resident Mary Kay lady, Miss Sparkle. When she come in here, y'all need to holler at her. Because y'all know I suffer and I struggle to keep moisture on these biscuit lips of mine. And this balm that's in the satin lips kit, they got the lip scrub and the balm. Y'all, that balm is the bomb. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm moving on, okay? Hey, beautiful black. TGIF to you too, okay? Now listen, this is what People Magazine said. People Magazine said Chris Brown hit producer several times with a bottle. So he didn't hit him one time. He hit him several times with a bottle. UK court hears as he's denied bail, so they didn't give him no bail. In too serious, grievous bodily harm case. So they say it was too serious for bail. So you not going home, Combat Chris. You gonna sit in the clink, okay? Yep, it works. It do. You best say surely he didn't think they'd pick him up when he landed. He's lucky he made it to the hotel. Say it again, vet. But they over here acting like it's just so unheard of that you would commit a crime like that and they wouldn't be waiting on you when you brought your behind back. It wasn't deep enough for them to try to extradite you. But as soon as you set foot back over there, like, are you okay? Did you really think them people weren't going to come get you? Lord help. So listen to what they say. All right. The singer was arrested in Manchester, United Kingdom, in the early hours of Thursday, May 15th, following alleged assault in London from February of 2023. Chris Brown appeared at the Manchester Magistrates Court in the north of England on Friday, May 16th, this today, after being taken into custody in the early hours of the morning, the day prior, following an alleged assault in 2023. The With You singer was arrested at the 5-star Lowry Hotel in Salford. Per the Manchester Evening News, the arrest came after Brown was sued by producer Abe Dial in November of 2023. So he apparently busted this man in the head in February. And Abe Dial, I hope I'm saying his name right, Lil Abe, right? So Abe got busted in the head. Abe got busted in the head back in February, and he sued him. According to these people, he sued him in November. Okay, and they said it took place at the Tape nightclub in London, February of that year. Okay, now let me get some of y'all comments. Okay, them people don't play in their countries. They'll lock you up in a heartbeat, as they should. Come again, say he'll survive, but he'll survive this, but hopefully he'll heed the warning because he wouldn't survive that in America. Yeah, I mean, since he liked to fight so much, he can get in there and get to fighting. Deborah Randall said, I don't know what made that idiot think he could return to the scene of the crime. Thank you. We was told if you fight, flee the scene, you're not supposed to go back. Belicious say his dumb self. He knew he committed a crime the last time he was there. They think they are invincible and above it all. Yep, no, straight to jail you go. Hello, good night. Hey, Sharon, thank you for being number 38. Yep, sued for money. Sued for money. Now listen, they say Chris Brown has appeared at a UK court a day after police confirmed he'd been charged with grievous bodily harm following the alleged nightclub assault. Okay, he mentioned court. Brown wore an all-black Nike tracksuit bottom with a black t-shirt for his court appearance. I don't care what he wore. People Magazine ain't all right. Yeah, come again. If you sue, it's simple. You can't sue in criminal court. Criminal court is the people pressing charges for your actions. The Manchester Evening News reported that his hearing had to be moved to a larger courtroom inside the building because of the huge public interest in watching the proceedings. District Judge Joanne Hurst informed Brown that charges of grievous bodily harm are too serious to be heard in the magistrate's court and moved the case to a Crown Court. A new date is set for June 13th at the Southwark. I hope is it Southwark? Where is Yvette? Is it Southwark or Southwark? I don't know how y'all say that. I know some of the pronunciation is off, so if I butchered it, I apologize. Crown Court in London. Brown will be held in custody. Ain't no bail. He will be held in custody until the new June date and was denied bail by the judge, who was presented with evidence that Brown is a flight risk. Yeah, because after he busted him in the head, that man in the head the first time, he flew to America. He flew all the way to America. Yes, he did. And they ain't been able to pick him up till 2025. So basically, he busted that man in the head in February 2 years ago, and it's been 2 years and 3 months before they could pick him up. So he's definitely a flight risk. Prosecutor Hannah Nichols claimed in court that the alleged 2023 attack was captured on CCTV. So you on camera? Come back, Chris. You're on camera busting this man in the head. Y'all remember that song? I don't fight. I don't argue. I just beat that bee with a bottle. That must have been Chris Brown. He was on his he was on a roll. Hey, too adorable. Thank you for being 39. Listen, on CCTV footage and carried out in a club full of people. So you got witnesses and cameras. This is according to the Manchester Evening News. Nichols claimed that Brown struck producer, the man is a music producer, struck music producer Abe Dial with a bottle several times. Now, when I first heard about it, I'm like, oh, you hit somebody with a bottle, which is bad enough. Y'all, please hit the like button. And where are my bubbles? Where are my bubbles? How come? Oh, Brandy sent me a Cash App. I don't have a different name, so I'm going to assume that you want me to say that name. Let me send a heart back. Thank you, sis. That's so sweet. Okay. But y'all like it bottle bad enough. They're saying that he hit several times. That was crazy. LaShonda Dunn. Hey, boo. Thank you for being number 40. Yvette says he was moved from Manchester to London court where it happened. But they keeping him there to June. Yes, y'all, please like the video. Please send my bubbles. You know I'm sensitive. I mean, you could say allegedly, but they got him on tape and his witnesses. I mean, you could say it if it tastes better. You got camera and witnesses. I don't know too many different ways we could twist this. Cloud9, thank you for being 41. Yeah, so definitely, that's what they say. Struck Abe Dial with a bottle several times, and that's not all. That's not all. Grievous bodily harm that causes lasting problems. If you bash somebody in the head several times, yes, it does. Listen, several times before chasing him. So you bammed him in the head. I want y'all to get the picture. Let me get my bottle of rose water. Get your rose water. It's helpful. It smells great. And if you add it to your sweet tea, it gives you a nice calming effect. Okay. But pretend this rose water is the bottle of liquor or beer or whatever the hell he was drinking, right? So this is what they saying happened. Several means more than two, because one time is one time, two times is a couple of times. They would have said twice, and Vet said it was a tequila bottle. So they're saying that 3 times or more that Combat Chris went bam, bam, bam. Now I do not know if he hit him on the same side of his head multiple times, or if Abe was moving. Like if he went bam and Abe say ow and he went bam, and then Abe say ow and he went bam. It could have been multiple different spots. However, they say Combat Chris bammed Abe in the head through at least 3 or more times. They said several. Hey, Siobhan, thank you for being number 42. Okay, several times. Vet say with a tequila bottle. And then Abe started running. So you got bam, bam, bam. And then Abe say, and he ran fast as he could. And they say Chris chased him through the club. He hit him, chased him through the club, and then allegedly went to punching and kicking. So he first bammed him, bam, 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 then chased him, and then started punching and kicking. So you wasn't even cool with a bottle to the head. You bashed him 3 times, chased him down to punch and kick him. And we know you in shape because we see you jumping and twirling and spinning, going up in the air, coming back down on the ground, doing splits, all this stuff. So we know you healthy. Poor Abe, you in good shape. And you chased Abe down and was punching and kicking him is what the people said. And they said it was on camera and everybody was watching you. Everybody was watching you. And so Brown's appearance came after the Metropolitan Police said a statement shared with people on Thursday. A 36-year-old man was arrested at a hotel in Manchester shortly after 2 o'clock, apparently in the morning on Thursday, on suspicion of grievous bodily harm. He has been taken into custody where he remains. They continue. The arrest relates to an incident at a venue in Hanover Square on February 19th, 2023. The investigation is being led by detectives from the Central West Area Basic Command Unit. Police later named Brown in a news release confirming his arrest and that he'd been charged with grievous bodily harm with intent. Definitely with some intent. Now, I don't know what your intent was, Combat Chris. Was your intent a concussion? Was your intent PTSD? Was your intent a coma? Because you bamming people in the head, chasing them, punching them, and kicking them. This is crazy. Okay. And remained in custody until his court appearance on Friday. Per the Manchester Evening News, the With You singer was arrested at the 5-star Lowry Hotel in Salford, and which is listed as his current address by the court. Brown has flown into Manchester Airport on a private jet. On a private jet, and they was ready for him. Okay, that's crazy. Now, in the lawsuit that Abe filed against him, the producer accused Brown of beating him. Well, Abe, you wasn't wrong. If what they say is true, you wasn't wrong. And said that he suffered crushing blows to the head, poor Abe, which left him unconscious. Now, Abe, come on. Something don't sound right, Abe. Now, which part had you unconscious? Did the bottle have you unconscious? Or when he caught you and started beating and kicking you, is that when you got unconscious? Because the people said when he first picked up that bottle and went bam, 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 they say you took off running. Now, I'm not judging Abe. However, Abe, I'm going to just say this. Abe might have been under so much stress at that moment. Abe might not have known he was running. It's like you know, farm animals. If you go to and you don't all the way through, they'll take off running with their head hanging. So maybe Abe was passed out and he didn't know he was running. I don't know. He reportedly used the bottle of Don Julio 1942. Shout out to the Don Julio drinkers. Dial alleged that Brown continued to ruthlessly stomp him for 30 seconds. That's a long time. The producer ended up in the hospital. Dang, Combat Chris. Hey, Lulu's little girl. They said that Abe ended up in the hospital with lacerations on his head. I bet you did. And torn ligaments in his leg. Dang, Combat Chris. You told it. You tore the ligaments in his leg too? Hey. Listen, man. Chris is supposed to start a tour. He gonna start it from jail. He can get in there and sing and twirl with them. You say Combat Chris is funny. I'm for real. That's what I call him, Combat Chris. Bob and Weave may be foreign to Abe and didn't believe Combat Chris history. Right. Because if you know you talking to Combat Chris, you talk to him from across the room. Cross the room. You talk to me from over there. And I'm going to have my hand on the handle of that good old pistola. You're not coming over here with all your good cardio and your good knees to come jump on me. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm telling y'all up front right now, if I run into Combat Chris anywhere and he gets spicy, y'all can get mad if you want to. He gets spicy, I'm going to start singing. You're living like you're bulletproof. Bang, 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 because ain't no way in hell. Tore the ligaments in his leg, and he was left with permanent damage. Dang, Combat Chris. Oh, Jesus. Permanent damage, severe emotional distress. I bet you do have emotional distress. Brown is currently set to embark on his Breezy Bowl 20 or XX tour in celebration of 20 years of his career. Per his website, listen now. Per his website, his show is still scheduled to kick off with a performance in Amsterdam on June 8th. That's interesting. Before heading to Germany and stopping in Manchester on the 15th and the 16th. Then he's scheduled to return to the city on June 24th and July 3rd before performing in Paris and Portugal. And then heading to Miami to kick off his U.S. and Canada dates on July 30th. Okay. The people, magazines say they didn't get no answer back from Chris Brown's representatives. And let's see. They just say he got a history of being involved in brawls and legal problems. Yeah, we know. We know about Combat Chris. Thank you, People Magazine. So that's what's going on with old Chris. Now, we got to talk about this. First of all, let me make sure that I have my bubbles. Let me make sure that I have my bubbles. Belicious say, yeah, he doing time for that. Over there in jolly old England. And you know, a lot of them, you know, the people that's higher ups, them officials, they don't really like us right now because we done closed our purses. So, you know, you might get the backlash because they mad with all us. Quiet Storm said Chris showed us he was a violent person back in 06 when he was on Punk a few years before his assault on Rihanna. See, I don't remember that episode, Quiet Storm. What happened in the episode on Punk? I think Chris has a change in plans. Yeah, they might want to update that website. Michael Alexander, what up, cuz? We ain't seen you in a minute. You got an hour lunch break. You enjoying lunch with the royal family. I love it. Now, Yvette say it was irresponsible of Combat Chris' team to sell tickets to a tour in England, knowing what he did. Hello. Thank you. Maybe they thought because of civil, there would be no criminal court. That may be what they thought. But why? But why? I just don't understand why he would think that. That just seems like the silliest thing that he could have ever done. First of all, where my bubbles at? I don't see Bubble the first. Something told me to just go look because I felt like my bubbles were not there. I felt like my bubbles were not there. And I'm not sure why my bubbles are not there. Lady Blue said torn ligaments, being pounded in the head, torn his ligaments in it. No, girl, he beat him in the head with the bottle. Then they said that Chris went to stomping and punching him. So that would be how his ligaments got torn. The bottle to the head explains him passing out and having lacerations to his scalp. The torn ligaments is explained by Combat Chris punching, kicking, and stomping on him on the floor. You got to control your violent outbursts. Thank y'all for my bubbles. Yeah, you got to control your violent outbursts because if we keeping it real, especially you going to other countries, like can we be honest here? We're very violent in America. We are some violent people and we need to be honest about this. Okay. Combat Chris was not created in a vacuum. America is a very violent place, and I think sometimes people leave here and think you can take those American behaviors to other people's countries. Them people be shocked and appalled and ready to lock you up. Hey, Stoner Gaming, your bubbles not coming up. That's okay. I know in your heart you sending me bubbles. I saw some bubbles though. Sometimes you have to go out and come back, or sometimes they just don't pop up. I don't know. I don't think they have it perfect yet. Quiet Storm said he was about to fight them. I forgot how they punked him, but I remember he was real close to hitting somebody before Ashton popped out. I believe it. So they didn't wait till his concert and arrest him on stage. They should have. See, B-licious, you don't play at all. Thank you for being 54. What you say? Oh, they working now. I went out and came back. Yep, they do that sometimes. So listen, so that happened. I want y'all to put a pin in that, because we not done. Y'all see I gotta wash my hair. It's so dirty and stiff. And y'all wasn't even gonna tell me that hair was dirty and stiff. I'm gonna wash it. I've been sweating in it. But look, there's more. So now let's talk about this Tory Lanez situation. Let's talk about the angry, balding leprechaun who was just turned to Swiss cheese out there in the California Supermax prison. Let's talk about the balding, angry, violent leprechaun from Canada who just got out there in the prison. Let's talk about it. So let's go ahead and go to social media. Let's go over here, because I have my thoughts, but I kind of want us to have some visual aids on this one. Thank you, come again, but you sweet for that, but it's stiff and it's sweaty. My ends look rough and everything. I'm gonna wash it though. Okay, Brittany Janae say no, ma'am. Let's drag him, and we shall, and drag we shall. So let's talk about this hearsay everybody called evidence. Oh, we're going to get into all of it. I told y'all we got a lot of ground to cover today. Oh, you thought I was joking, huh, sis? No, we covering ground today. Because people likes to play crazy, and I don't. Playing crazy is not my game. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. It's pulling up right now, y'all. Don't worry. We coming. Wait a minute. Not the largest antebellum plantation home in the U.S. was destroyed by fire. Well, that's good if it burnt down. All the monuments to slavery. Oh, well. Anybody want to roast marshmallows? Just asking. Oh, no, because I want to get to it. When I say we got a lot of ground to cover, y'all, we got a lot of ground to cover. Oh, this is so ridiculously hilarious. And we're gonna talk about what's in the blogs. We're gonna talk about you know what's on the curb too, because there's a lot of talk on the curb. I'm gonna just tell y'all that, and we're gonna get into all of it. Where is it? Wait. Here we go. Okay. Hold on. My. Okay, so we can start from here, and then we'll go on up. Let me share the screen real quick, y'all. This is funny. This is so funny. This is rich. I love it, actually. Okay. Hey, Couture Bay, how you doing, gorgeous girl? Do y'all see our gorgeous niece? She just slid up and through here. Thank you for being like number 57. Let's get into it. So let's look at what happened, and then we're gonna talk about what the word is on the curb, okay? Because he ain't on the street, he on the curb. He can't step down that far. His legs ain't that long. So look. This is where the shenanigans began, right? They said that he was stabbed, and he is the balding, angry, violent leprechaun from Canada. Tory Lanez, skid stains, whatever y'all want to call him, right? So he was stabbed 14 times, okay? 14, 1-4, okay? 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both of his lungs collapsed, so they claim, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own despite being in pain. He is talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wants to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. Don't thank everybody, baby, because all of us are not praying for you. Okay. Now, the first problem I had, with the statement being made, hey, JD Rob, was my if both of your lungs had completely collapsed, dear, I seriously doubt you would be talking normally. You might be in good spirits. You might be thanking God, as you should, because if that man papped you up 14 times, he was definitely trying to get you gone. So, I did tell Peanut, quite frankly, when he get out of this, Tory Lanez should be an evangelist or apostle. He should have the Holy Ghost. Like, he should be ready. He should be on fire for Christ. He's supposed to be out there at this point, like Benny Hinn, taking off his coat, waving it over the congregation, having people slain in the spirit, because you clearly, that gentleman, if a gentleman is what you can call him, that gentleman was trying to get you off the whole planet. Okay? He served an eviction notice, and the Lord said, no, I didn't stamp this one. It's not notarized. And that's the only reason you're still here. Anybody stab you 14 times, that was not a love tap. That was not them sending a message. They weren't, testing you. They weren't just trying to get some get back. That was somebody trying to get you gone, sugar. Gone. Okay? That's number one. But I do not believe for 1 minute that both of your lungs were completely collapsed and you were still talking. I don't believe that. Now, do I believe they probably had to give you a chest tube and you might have had blood in both of your lungs? Yes, I do. Do I believe you could have had partial atelectasis or, partial collapse? Yes, I do. But to just come on here like, oh, both lungs was collapsed. Like, they doing stuff like this for drama to make people feel sympathy. And I just don't feel none. If you can shoot somebody, you can get stabbed, okay? All right? Now, the Lord kept you. He kept you. But if you can shoot people, you can get stabbed. And then you jump on little August Alsina and he got the sickle cell or whatever he got. No. See, when people go around being violent, you need to sometimes the Lord will let you get a taste of that violence so you will change your ways. And you'll realize that being violent with people ain't the move. So maybe this will change him. Say somebody was trying to send him to the upper room. Yes, the upper room with G. That's what they was trying to do. So I won't be at his church. I mean, I ain't saying he got to have a church of his own, but I'm saying that he needs to be saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. If you got shanked 14 times and you still walking around, well, I'm sure he ain't walking just yet, but you still in the land of the living, you supposed to listen. Hey, he supposed to have an anointing on him after that. Couture, exactly. How is he talking sliced and diced? Hello, good night. You ain't. Either he ain't talking and they lying about that, or them lungs wasn't collapsed and they lying about that. But you're lying about something because the story don't add up. Okay? I did enough shifts walking the flow at Shands Hospital and Shands at AGH and a little bit over there at Ocala Regional. I know better than that. I know better than that. It ain't adding up now. Okay, so that's what had happened. That's what had happened. But wait, there's more. There is more. So let's ease on up here. Let's ease on down the road. Let's ease on down the road. Here we go. Bam. Now, this is a picture of him and the gentleman, if a gentleman is what you can call him, that papped him up, hit him with the skippity pap, with a little pokery. Okay. This gentleman's name is Santino Casio. And by the looks of Santino Casio, this was not his first time with a skippity pap with a little pokery. He's done this before. He's done this before. Okay. He's done it before. Now, I saw some people in the comments, oh, this one lady here, people who serve in life shouldn't be on the yard with people who have a release date. That's bull crap, baby. You is in prison. The key is to stay out of prison. That's the key. Stay out of prison, because if you don't stay out of prison, you're going to run into somebody better than you. This is why it's dangerous. This is why it is dangerous to be out here going for bad. Because while you going for bad, and your mama and them and your big mama and them is praying and begging y'all to stay your behinds out of prison, this is why they're begging you to stay out of prison. I worked in them prisons all them years, and I had the same experience, begging my nephew, hey, stay out of prison. Hey, that ain't where you want to be. Hey, it's terrible in there. Hey, you ain't got that many rights. Hey, you state property once you in there. This is why we beg y'all to stay y'all tails out of prison. Because while you on the street going for bad, trying to be the big fish in the small pond, or in his case, the small fish surrounded by security guards, and you doing stuff to people that are more vulnerable than you, when you land your tail in prison, you're going to end up in there with people who are bad for real. While you play going for bad, they bad for real. Hey, Noble Genius. Belicious say, I think he in there acting like he bigger than what he is and got shanked. Well, let's talk about this. Can we talk about it? I'm going to leave him and Santino up there. Two nice gentlemen. First of all, that ain't Santino first time poking somebody with a sharp object. Now, Santino, I ain't accusing you of nothing. I'm just going by your charges, dear. According to the people in the Department of Corrections, Santino serving a life sentence for sending somebody else to the upper room. He done sent somebody. And they say he not a stranger to shanking on the yard. So he already know he ain't never going home no more. Okay? DS say they should put him on the side of the prison where they keep the leprechauns. Well, you know, in America, we don't have a leprechaun confinement area. We don't. Not one prison I ever set foot in had a leprechaun confinement area. Belicious say, so he don't care what happens to him. Yeah, he don't care. I had a very lovely inmate by the name of Lonnie Brown, inmate Lonnie Brown. Brown, if you in there at Lowell, that's my girl. Much love to you. I had an incident where one of the doctors got a little jiggy, threw a chart at me. And inmate Lonnie Brown told me in front of Dr. Garcia that, my locker, I got triple life. I ain't never going home. I'll take care of that for you. So when them people know they're not going home, they don't care. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay? Hey, Malaya Lachelle. Thank you for being number 58, baby. So listen, let's talk about what the lick is. Okay? Now, why he was sitting in jail running his mouth when he should have kept quiet. Okay? Y'all remember he was in jail running off at the mouth? He doing verses for DDG and saying slick stuff and making sure your statements make it to social media. Oh, Drake, my brother. and all this other stuff. Like, you having a whole lot to say, and you going back and forth with all them jokers over there on the West Coast. Now, put a 1 in the chat if y'all are aware that this was taking place, because I'm about to make y'all see something, and then we're gonna move on to the next crash dummy. And I promise you, I'm gonna land the plane and I'm gonna make it all make sense. But please let me know if y'all remember him doing that. Matter of fact, put a 7 in the chat if y'all remember him doing that. Oh, Drake, my brother, going back and forth with Lil Ray Vaughn, and he ain't nothing but a crash out. I see the one from Quiet Storm. I'll take a 1 or a 7. Let me know if y'all remember that. So he went involving himself in all that Canada versus the West Coast mess instead of keeping your mouth shut. You already in prison, son. They gave you a whole dime, baby. They gave you a whole dime, and it was not reefer. You in there, instead of tending to your business, if they let you record that little sad music you be doing from in there, record your music, go hang with the Muslims or something, get you one of them little hats and read the 48 Laws of Power. You know, Negroes love to read the 48 Laws of Power when they go to prison. Any black man come telling me about, oh, it's in the 48 Laws of Power. I know you have done some time. Go read your 48 Laws of Power, okay? Try to get you a job in the library. Go down to classification, see if you can get you a job in the library where you can pass out books and just be reading all day and hang with the Muslims. What you do, you go involve yourself in some Canada versus West Coast stuff where your Canadian counterparts are acting like clowns on the internet talking crap because they safe behind a computer, and involving yourself. You up here popping fly. Then to top it all off, y'all, do y'all have time to really get into the gossip of it all? I hope you do, because I do. Okay, I do. I'm going to put I do in the chat. Y'all tell me if y'all do, because I do. Now, y'all remember now when our nephew Kendrick had put out the GNX album. Remember when it first came out? Y'all recall when it first came out, I had went live and we had kind of like reacted to, reviewed that song Whacked Out Murals, and I told y'all that was gonna be the one that was gonna stir up all the mess. Y'all remember that? Please let me know if you do. And it was a line in there that ended up having to bubble back to the surface when he was talking about putting money out there. And, basically it could have caused a problem if you ran into a crash out, basically saying that Drake was putting money on the street, offering people Bitcoin to do stuff to him and his family. Okay, let me get the lyrics because I don't want to mess it up. Let's get the lyrics because I want y'all to understand where I'm going with this. Hold on. Let's get on in it. Because he always saying little stuff and put it out there and just let you kind of deal with it as it is. Here it go. Listen to what Kendrick said in Whacked Out Murals, because this gonna come back up. He said niggas from my city couldn't entertain old boy. Listen, niggas from my city couldn't entertain old boy, promising bank transactions and even Bitcoin. So I'm sitting there like, what? When I first heard that, I said, what is this about him trying to find some dirt or something to gossip about on him, or is this something worse? Well, I want to say maybe like a month or so later, we find out it's something worse. So the word on the curb was that Aubrey, the Snow Princess from Canada, was trying to do what he did to little XXXTentacion allegedly. They claim he was trying to find somebody he could give some money to do something to Kendrick or somebody over there at TDE, right? Pow pow action, right? Boom shakalaka. Because, he ain't no gangster, but he feel like, I'm not a gangster, but I can pay somebody who is. He's such a girl. He's such a Karen. So dig. Then the next thing that came out was the fact that he was trying to get buddy with, the folks from Mexico, People like Mr. Santino Casio, probably some of his cousins in them. Do y'all remember when he called himself trying to do the Mexican album with the Mexican people? Put a 3 in the chat if you remember. I'm going to put my 3 in the chat too. Because he was trying to hang with them people real heavy at a point. Y'all remember? And it had got to such a point that it was videos of one little Mexican gentleman, little fella. He wasn't no gentleman. He looked like a little boy that was over there, like, you know, putting graffiti and like vandalizing the murals that had been put up of Kendrick in the hood. So at a time, Aubrey, the Snow Princess from Canada, was trying to pay the Mexicans to do something to them black folks over there on the West. I know y'all sitting there like, Nitra, I ain't know about that, but what they got to do with this? Hold on, I'm going to take you there. Like the Staple Singers, call me Mavis, baby, because I'll take you there. Now, fast forward, we see Aubrey stop wearing all the weird Western stuff and the boots and the Western shirts. You know how the Mexican boys be dressing when they finna go party and all that. He stopped doing that. We ain't seen no more BBL Vato. We ain't seen no more none of that. We ain't seen him trying to rap no more and the rolling the R's. We ain't seen none of that, right? Mind you, now we got this one here in the prison with Mr. Santino Casio, and something tells me that Santino is not Africans Americans. He's not Black American. Let me ask y'all in the chat, do Santino look Black American to you, or does he look like he possibly could be from Mexico? I'm gonna write my answer in the chat. It looked like to me that Santino is from Mexico. That's what it looked like to me. I didn't grow up with a whole lot of Santinos. Now, hold on. Now, y'all remember that Tory was over there making all them comments, talking about he want to be in Gen Pop. He didn't want to be in PC. And it's like, you 4'2" and 3/4. Why you want to be in Gen Pop so bad? It's given he thought he was protected. Hey, Aries Diva. It's given he thought he was protected. And you got to wonder, who did you think was going to protect you in a California prison and you picking sides from the prison? Who you thought was going to protect you? Because you know the black guys in there, they're not protecting you. Them prisons out there, the prisons all over the country got a lot of gang activity. Like, understand, it's cliques in there. And you gonna have you know you don't have to click up, but you definitely shouldn't be putting your mouth somewhere, you know, making it clear that you're taking sides against cliques that are clearly in the prison where you are. For him to do that, he had to feel like he was protected. Like, are y'all following me, or are y'all not following me? Because I don't see y'all in the chat. For him to be in a prison at that time, you already in there. Now, we ain't talking about what you didn't know before you got in there. You got in that California Supermax prison. You already know there's gangs in there. You already know there's Bloods in there, there's Crips in there, there's probably some GDs in there, there's probably some Vice Lords in there, there's probably some of everything in there. You know the Mexican got their gangs in there, probably some cartel boys in there, the Aryan Brotherhood in there. You got your Muslims in there. Everybody's in there all clicked up. For him to be going on social media and making sure what he said get on social media, making his statements, you picking sides when people is literally doing, you know, it ain't even coastal because it's one country to another, West Coast versus cornballs from Canada. How much y'all want to bet that those brothers in there was not protecting him? So you got to ask yourself, who did he think he had protection from? Are y'all following me? Like, let me know in the chat. Because if not, then we can move on. Because I really want to take y'all where I'm taking you. Because y'all know I be seeing stuff. And then y'all have to come back 2-3 months later to be like, dang, you said that. Hey, Minnie FBA. Minnie say, yes, I get where you going. He really thought it was sweet. Yes, he did. Thank you, Minnie. Because everybody else ain't talking to me. Right, Lulu's little girl. It sounds like he missed a payment. Or whoever was giving them money to protect you, stop paying. Now, who y'all think that might could have been? Because we know Tory money funny. If you dealing with Unite the People, if that's your legal team, your money funny. So who was paying, you know, them essays for you? Who was paying them? Who was paying the Migos for you, boy? Definitely sound like a mispayment. Yes, Southern Ivy, every type of game up in there. So he literally thought he had protection, which is why you was talking greasy, which is why you was talking slick and had so much to say. And then just a few months later, it ain't even a year later, now you getting papped up. Now you getting papped up. But wait, there's more. Hey, Shannon Campbell say, I hear you. I'm just glad y'all know. Southern Ivy say Tory possibly didn't think he was protected, probably a shakedown for some money. He thought he was protected. At that point, Southern Ivy, he was already in the prison. He already saw the landscape. He already knew what it was. You talking to somebody who worked in prisons too many years, baby. You can never run game past me. Not you, but definitely not him. I'm not saying you, but him for sure not. For shoot show. You can't run no game past me. He was already in that prison, had been in that prison for a hot little minute. This was way after they sentenced him and put him in there. This was just last year when he was making sure that he picked the side publicly online. So for him to do that, knowing those gangs are there, knowing how they get, you know, how they feel about disrespect and this and that, for him to do all that, he had to feel like he was protected. And who was protecting him? Because I know it wasn't no other black folks in there protecting you. We know it wasn't the Aryan Brotherhood. It wasn't them lasses. They wasn't protecting you. Now, all of the sudden, you getting the skippity paps. It's given, you were supposed to pay somebody something, or you promised somebody something, or they had been given something, and now you can't do it no more. If he just got locked up, that's all the more reason. They told him to go ahead and handle that. Many say, I don't know why he trusted Dre Keisha. Hey, I don't know either. Right, Lulu, you gonna eat your cornbread? Because that's what it's giving. Say Santino been there since 2004 after pound his girlfriend in the face. Yeah, Santino is a cold mother. Shut your mouth. Southern Ivy say, I worked in maximum security prison and it ain't no joke. You safer on the outside. Tell them again, sis. I keep telling them there's a reason why we beg young people not to go to prison. It is not summer camp. Them prison TV shows y'all watch, they are not realistic. That is not what real prison is like. Stay out of there. Stay out of there. Okay? So dig. Right after that, hold on. Now, right after all this happened, they putting these stories out, you know, making sure we know that Santino and them done came with the skippity paps. Then moving right along, they went talking about, oh, we gonna expose new evidence. But we don't get evidence. We didn't get no evidence at all. They started saying they was gonna have new evidence, right? And scheduling a time for this press conference that they was gonna give y'all this magical new evidence. Now I want y'all to listen to this. Turn your sound up because you about to hear some foolishness. Oh, you talking about Big U? Oh yeah, Big U. Yeah, Big U in there. He just got there. That's true. So listen, y'all. Turn your sound up. We about to hear some foolishness.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated She had the gun. She fired it 3 times. Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired. Not long ago, Unite the People was a few more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. Passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson 2 more times.
Okay, so y'all get the gist. This is why I say I know his money bad, because if this is your legal representation, listen, jail is where you're going to stay. You lucky you didn't get life. You're lucky you didn't get life, okay? And then look what Combat Chris posted before he got arrested. Free Tory. Now it's free you and Tory. Yeah. Just like a birdie, I just want to fly free. Yeah. So anyway, they put that out and talking about they want a pardon. They want him pardoned. You ain't finna get no pardon. You ain't finna get no pardon. Now, where my girl at? Where's Megan Cuniff? Where's Megan's Cuniff? I may not be able to find hers. I'm gonna let that ride. But let me tell y'all what Megan Cuniff said, which I found to be absolutely on point. Bianca the Beautiful is back in the chat. Okay, hit the like button, y'all. Sis on the phone say, we the people find this BS and we don't care. Lil Star can sit his little behind down. Yes, he can. So the people got mad because Megan Cuniff was like, y'all still ain't filed no papers. Having a press conference is not new evidence. If it was new evidence, you would have filed papers for an appeal citing new evidence. You telling me that you got a driver or a security guard that heard her talk to her husband one time and he say he heard her say to her husband that she did it and she had it. Why would she have a conversation like that in front of you or anybody? Why would they not be in the privacy of her own home? I have another why. Why would, the angry, balding, violent leprechaun from Canada, why would he not get on the stand during his own trial where his freedom was on the line, sit on the bench, put his hand on the Bible, swear to tell the truth, and point at Kelsey Harris and say, I didn't shoot her. She shot her. Why did you not do that? Why did you not do that? Like, that's a big why. If it's that simple, you was there that night. It ain't like you was waiting on somebody to come tell you who shot little Megan. You was there. If Kelsey did it and it wasn't none of you, and it was like this man said, why did you not go on the stand and say that ain't nothing but a lie? Y'all, she shot that girl and I knocked the gun out of her hand. Why? I have another why for you. Why? Why is the only thing they focused on trying to make Kelsey the shooter when literally, like I said, you could have took the stand and said that yourself and you did not. Why didn't you? But why are they not focusing on the fact that you're in there for having possession of that firearm? You are a felon, honey, and you were in California and you had possession of a firearm. You did. And do you know, if you're a felon, you can't even be in the car with a firearm. You can't have bullets. You can't go visit somebody else's house and they got a firearm. Like, you as a felon can't be around a firearm. They trying to pretend like, oh, if we can just make up this magical story where he was not Yosemite Sam out there rooting, tooting, and shooting, then somehow magically, let's just let him out of jail. Let's not. Let's not. And I find it really interesting that the timing after Santino Casio, that rather abrasive looking gentleman from Mexico, gets the skippity papping. Now all of a sudden we need a pardon. And they saying silly stuff like, oh, he's being kept from his family. That's what happens when you go to prison. You are kept from your family. That's why you do not go to prison. That's why you don't go to prison. Because if you go to prison, you're going to be kept from your family. Let me just let you know that. And, you know, you got stabbed. Well, you know, sometimes getting stabbed is what happens when you go to prison. Which is also why you do not go to prison. Because people get stabbed in there. People get strangled in there. People get molested and sodomized in there. All kinds of things go on in there. Yeah, that's why you do not go in there. You don't go in there. Why are you in there? Oh, I know why you're in there, because you were already a lawbreaker. You were already on probation. And then you disregarded and flouted the laws concerning you being on probation and had a firearm in your possession. And you shot that girl. You can make up all the BS stories you want to about Kelsey did it. Well, if Kelsey did it, why didn't you get on the stand? Ain't nobody forced you to sit down and not say nothing. You didn't say nothing because you done it. Because you done it. You done it. It was you. Let's be very clear about this. Now, I think that was Alex Spiro that was representing Megan. He made a statement too. Child, everybody making statements. Everybody got something to say now. Everybody. I just don't know what to say. Everybody got something to say now. Hold on. So listen. Y'all, my camera keep pinging and telling me that somebody's in front of my house and there's nobody there. I hope I ain't got no ghosts or nothing funny. That's weird, isn't it? But anyway, let me get that comment. Not comment, but that statement from Megan's lawyer. Hold on. Because everybody has said their piece at this point. Everybody done said their piece at this point. And he's still sitting there. You know, his fans are still talking about free him. No, we're not going to free him. He's going to stay in the jail. Jail is where he's going to stay, because that's the best place for people who like to shoot folks. You shoot people, you know, let's do a little jail. Let's do a little jail. Aries son, thank you for being number 67. You say a bee sometimes set off your Ring camera. Maybe that's what it is. Like, but it really hadn't been doing that. But like lately, it's been like little funny stuff, like something goes past the camera and it'll say human body detected. Magaline, thank you for being number 68, sis. But hold on, let me get Megan's lawyer's statement. And then we're gonna move on to little DVD. We're gonna move on to little DVD. All right. So hold on. All this foolishness. Just pure foolishness. All right. So Megan's attorney made a statement, and then we're going to move on to DVD. Alex Spiro says about Tory Lanez attorneys now claiming they have evidence that proves Megan was shot by Kelsey Harris. Alex Spiro said Tory Lanez was tried and convicted by a jury of his peers, and his case was properly adjudicated through the court system. This is not a political matter. This is a case of a violent assault that was resolved in the court of law. And I thought that was very clear, concise, to the point, not a lot of bluster, a lot of pork, just straight to it. So that's that on that, right? Put a pin in this one because we coming back. Now let's move on to little DVD and Halle Bailey. Okay, this is Crash Out number 3. That's, y'all saw the thumbnail. We talking about the crash dummies today. We're on to the crash dummies today. So dig, right? Wait. Minute say he trying to get out because them payments stop and he not safe no. Minnie, that's why I love you. That's why I love you. Okay. On top of the fact that you rep being FBA, and shout out to you. Because many be on it. Many be on it. They desperately trying to get him out on some emotional, political bull crap. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing but you broke the law and you doing your time. He want to get out of there because he ain't got nobody to pay them people. You didn't want to be in protective custody. Now you in Gen Pop. And Gen Pop is a dangerous situation, baby. And at some point, you got to leave outside medical, and they might put you in the infirmary for a little while, but you can't do all your time in that infirmary. You're going to have to go back out there unless you're going to get your lawyer to try to make a case for you to be in PC or something like that. Because, honey, you're going to do that time. You're going to do that time, okay? You're going to do that time. And I think that a lot of these folks that come over here, they like to play act and cosplay and put on and imitate and emulate these mannerisms and these lifestyles that they see on television, what they think being Black over here is. And then at some point you realize that this is not what you thought it was. This is not what you thought it was. Because now if you can't pay that protection, and at this point they might not even want your money, you're in trouble. You're in trouble because them brothers in there are not going to help you. Let's just be clear. They are not going to help you. You were way too loud about picking a side in some stuff that has clearly gone beyond rap and gotten serious. This stuff has gone beyond rap, has gotten serious. People are being accused of trying to put money on the street to get people shot at and stuff. And you picking sides, people making all type of derogatory stuff. And by the by, make sure you thank your friend, Big Titty Academics, because he was helping to fuel all that vitriol that's going on back and forth. He was helping to fuel all of that, talking about, Kendrick was disrespectful, so shouldn't he get shot? Didn't they shoot Nipsey because he disrespected somebody? So thank your fat friend, Academics. Thank your large-breasted friend who refuses to wear a sports bra, and I don't know why. Because he helped fuel and boost that up, and now you're in there in the belly of the beast. And while you may not be from here, and I know a lot of y'all come over here and get to thinking you're better than the Black people who are here, but this is one of those times where you need the Black people who are here. You need those Negroes. You need them. You need them. You need them. You need them because, your Migo friend, they weren't really your friend. They was friends for pay. And now the money has stopped. You got your fake lawyer out here, your fake legal representation. I don't even know if that man is a lawyer. I really don't. He could be not. You got your fake legal representation out here talking about they got new evidence, but they not filing no papers. And you're in there with them people. If they came to skippity pap you one time, they're going to do it again. And the next time you may not be so fortunate. And they're not going to send Santino again. They're going to send somebody else. And you're not going to know which one of them is going to stick you. You're not going to know which one of them is going to stick you. You have no idea. Now, I'm not wishing for your life to be took. I'm just keeping it a buck. And a whole bean. You're not safe in there. You want to get out. Ain't no paperwork to file because they don't have no real evidence. Talking about you want to pardon Trump. Do not give a darn about you. You didn't even try to campaign for him. Plus, you're not American. You can't even vote. And Trump probably wants you deported more than I do. So you can forget about a pardon, honey. You can forget about that. You're in a bad way. Hey, Ann Grace. Yeah, ain't no Black and brown coalition. Sure ain't. It's not. He need them Black folks, and them Black folks ain't feeling you right now. So you might have a little bit of trouble. Many FBA. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I didn't even see it. I was so busy running my mouth. Wait. Let me send a heart back. My sister's showing love. Let me send a heart. And I have a Cash App from Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley say they don't want help. They want what you have. I know that's right. Thank you, sis. I know she referring to that person that tried me earlier. Okay. So look, let's move on over. Put a pin in him. Put a pin in Tory Lanez, the leprechaun. Put a pin in Combat Chris. Now we moving on to DVD, the third crash dummy. Okay, let's move on to him. Now, y'all been seeing what's going on. I know y'all been seeing what's going on with that situation with him and Halle. So she went and got a restraining order. Against him. Now, we've been watching how everything been playing out. He started talking about her. Oh, she won't let me see my baby. Then we see evidence she trying to give him the baby. He won't take the baby. She won't let me see my baby. Then turn around and I ain't talk to my baby. Then people pulling up footage where he was talking to the baby. All this stuff, like just lying on the girl. Then there was an instance where he apparently used a spare key and went into this girl's house when she was not there and was filming or took pictures in her master bedroom, just doing all type of creepy type stuff. Before it escalated to that point, we watched Lil Halle like try to in real time get him to stop, having that baby around all of them different people. And she even, the little that she said, everybody just attacked her because she wasn't comfortable with him taking her baby over there with Castanet, and them Castanet be stank. Everybody done said he be stank. Somebody that stank probably don't have good hygiene. That's not a safe place for her baby to be. Plus all them other random Negroes is over there around her child. She had a right to feel away. And the people, the mammies, the Pick-Mishas, the mammies, and the Dusties online attacked this girl because she didn't want her baby over this dirty stank man house. I don't care how much money you got. If you dirty and stank, I wouldn't want my child around you either. Okay? So Lil Mama went and got her a restraining order. Then we find out that he had been putting his hands on this young lady. She provided the court with information. Now, y'all know a restraining order, you don't just get it because you want it. They don't just give you a restraining order because you said, I think I might like a restraining order. That's not how that works. You have to provide evidence that there's danger there. So she provided the court with pictures of bruises and the fact that her tooth was chipped. And I said, oh, so you hitting little bitty cute girls. I knew I didn't like your kind. Tamika say relatable content says whatever she said he did it. Hello, good night. And that's what I say. Okay. I don't blame her either. Stoner Gaming say, and her baby caught RSV. Okay. Miss Sparkle in the house. Listen, sis, I was just telling them they got to get their satin lips because my lips are way better. Thank you again for my satin lips, the sugar scrub, and the lip balm. Y'all know I got biscuit lips and I can't have them dry. And Miss Sparkle be keeping me straight. And y'all need to holler at her. Okay. Thank you for hitting the like button, sis. Insecure trying to bruise her up. Right. Because he jealous of that girl. A lot of y'all out here dating the enemy. Some of y'all married to the enemy. Some of y'all is laying down next to the ops every day. Some of these men are jealous of y'all. They in relationships with y'all, but they are jealous of you. You outshine them. You out hustle them. You got more education. You got more options. You got more ambition. And rather than them try to match your fly, they will hate on you and try to sabotage you. Sharon say DDG only wanted Halo to make content. Hello. And to use it to try to torture that girl. He wanted to use that baby to have access to her. That's what he was doing. A lot of these Negroes is bitter baby daddies. Straight bitter baby daddies acting like angry, scorned women, and he wanted to use that baby to guarantee him access to that girl. You welcome, Miss Sparkle. That's what it was. So she went and got her restraining order, and they gave her the sole custody, but it's temporary until they can work out the schedule or whatever. He didn't want to stick to no schedule. He wanted to be able to just disrupt her life and just have access. He thought that baby was his pass key to waltz in and out of control every little thing she do. Well, They just had a little situation where she was somewhere traveling or whatever. You got Aka Titty hyping up stuff, putting out a narrative. She's somewhere with somebody called Brent Fayez or Fayez. You know, I don't know these young folks until they start getting in the news doing stupid stuff. And so she ended up posting her with her sister, like, I am out of town with my sister. And so I guess that was enough to set little DVD player off or whatever. So anyway, he got his paperwork. It's a restraining order. Keep her name out your mouth and the baby name out your mouth. Leave them alone. Okay. Apparently he was on live stream live when it happened. Let me see if I can find that. He was live on the live stream with that clear boy, Aiden Ross, that filthy flea flicker that sat up there calling Doechii out of her name, being disrespectful and nasty. It was just horrible. It was really horrible. Really, really horrible. With him, and he's like, oh, he's a good person, and y'all don't say this stuff, and you know, defending a man hitting and bruising up a woman and stalking her and harassing her, that's a good person. But Doechii, who was simply saying, I need some more umbrellas in a high stress situation, he done called her all kind of names, claiming she don't have no talent, while all you do for a living is sit your musty tail in a chair in front of a computer. So he was on live when he got the information. And you know, since then, he's had his brother, who also looks musky, to come out and be making statements. And he's had his mammy, who's clearly the enabler. She's the reason why her sons ain't nothing. She's the reason. It's her. She the reason. She got something to say. So since he can't say nothing, now you got your brother and your mammy talking. Your brother and your mammy talking. But wait, there's more. There's more, because we're going to talk about all the ignorance going on. Lulu say her evidence is damning. He left bruises all over that girl, and did. Stoner Gaming say he has his friends being his mouthpiece. Right, and his brother and the mammy. Don't forget the brother and the mammy, because I won't. Hey, Camille. Hey, it's Tish. Lord, she said, I only come here to hear how many names you going to call someone. I love it here. Thank you. You know, it's all in good nature fun until we talking about a piece of trash like this DVD player. But let me show y'all somebody else that I've been low-key tired of, but now I'm convinced that I'm thoroughly and utterly tired. I'm not even tired. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. So I'm going to let y'all see this, and I'm going to let y'all explain to me why I shouldn't be tired. No, really. We're going to watch something together concerning this situation. And I want y'all to try, if you will, explain to me why I should not be tired or exhausted. Okay, Shirley say, I don't think he found out on live. I think it was a plan to act like he didn't know. He knew. Oh, touche, sis. You might be on to something. Okay, let me share the screen, because y'all got to hear some foolishness. I want y'all to hear this. I don't want to paraphrase. I don't want to tell you what happened. I want y'all to see this. Just wait. Turn your sound up, too. Turn your sound up. Now listen to this mess.
DDG, I don't know what the fuck going on. But everybody, all my nieces and nephews keep sending me this shit going on. And I don't know. I don't. But I do know this. We ain't no fucking saints. I've kicked my baby daddy in the fucking stomach and took off running. But when that motherfucker caught me, he hit me back in my stomach and I was out of breath for 5 minutes. Now, all I'm going to say is this. I don't know who the fuck hit who, but all I could tell you is this. Leave that police ass shit out of the equation, all right? You got a motherfucking baby. If you want some police shit to do, you go to family court and you get your money. DDG, I don't know what the fuck. And you get y'all visitation and let that shit be. I ain't putting no restraining orders on my baby daddies. I'm not doing that. I ain't never tried to. Bitch, I don't want you in jail because you can't do shit for us in there. I'm going to beat your ass and you bet not call no fucking police. You whoop my ass, I ain't calling them bitches either. I'm kicking your fucking ass back. And you come get the motherfucking baby after I black your eye and break your fucking elbow, bitch. I don't like this little shit that's going on under the fucking sea. Because my nephew should be able to see his baby and vice versa. And you get y'all visitation.
So y'all hear this ignorant, toxic mess, right? Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? See, this is why I don't really cut for, this is why I don't cut for foolishness. Yo, DS said, y'all look, it's a talking camel. I can't. I tried to can and I cannot. I simply cannot. Let me tell you something. Hey, Queeno. Quiet Stone say one thing about a hood booger, you can trust they will always be a hood booger and will. Let me say this very clearly. We are elders. We are elders. I know it's some young people in here, but for the most part, we are elders. We ain't got no business advising these young girls to be getting into physical combat with some rusty, stink, over feminized, violent Negro. We ain't got no business advising our young ladies to get into physical combat, fisticuffs, with some angry, violent, infantile, emotionally immature, over feminized Negro. We got black femicide rates through the roof. Through the roof. And it don't matter how strong a girl is, and you can look at little Halle and tell Halle, or however you say her name, that she ain't exactly built for it tough. And for those of us girls who are, a man who's your exact size is still going to have more upper body strength than you. That man is simply stronger than you. That man can cause you real harm and put your lights out. And I'm not talking about putting you out, putting you to sleep. I'm talking about sending you for a dirt nap. This is disgusting. She was supposed to get a restraining order. So now we got Tia Kemp, the queen of the toilet bowl teeth, sitting up here, laying up in the bed. Ain't even washed her face yet. Online, trying to shame this young girl for being civilized and not wanting to fight with this filthy, violent, useless piece of rancid afterbirth. She did what she was supposed to do. You can look at her and her sister both and tell that their mother did not raise them tussling with dirty, dingy, musky pieces of Section 8 rejects. That is not what their mother raised them doing. Now, it's bad enough that she got entangled with that piece of low-class garbage. But how dare you, hey, Rochelle, hey, Auntie Eva, how dare you get online to try to incite social media to shame her or attack her because she went and involved the law? That is what she's supposed to do. Now, if you were stupid enough to be over there fighting with something the size of Rick Ross, you over there tussling with King Hippo, that was your decision. That was your decision. You decided. And you did good. That the only thing he did in return was to go and hit you back the way you hit him. Because that man could have hurt you. He could have taken you away from your children. Under no circumstance are we as elders supposed to be advising our young girls to be fighting with men. If that man did something you don't like, leave him alone. Do not put your hands on any man. If you are a young woman and you are under the sound of my voice, listen carefully to me. Do not put your hands on any man. Unless you are fighting for your life or to defend yourself, do not put your hands on any man. If he haul off and push you or shove you or something, if you don't have to fight with him, call 911 and put him in jail. Put him in jail. Give your best clear woman impersonation on that phone, complete with tears, and tell him, I don't even know if he has a weapon. Get him locked up. It's better he stand trial than your mama and them be over there picking out coffins. The nerve of Tia. Shame on you. Shame on you. And that's not to say we all haven't done some ignorant, foolish things, but at our age, you're supposed to recognize that those were ignorant and foolish things, and definitely not be advising other young women to do that. You should not be advising other young women to repeat your stupid behavior. That should not be what you're doing. But indeed, that's what she's doing. So that's just part of the ignorance. Now we're going to bring all three of the crash dummies together. Let me tell y'all the new narrative online. Let me tell y'all the new narrative between all of these ignorant, I can't call them what I want to call them because we online. Those of y'all who talk to me in real life, we could talk and I'll tell you what I call them. The new narrative is all of this stuff is Rock Nation. You heard me right. The new narrative for the three little pigs, the three dummies, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and Tweedledum as hell, is that all of this is because of Rock Nation. So let's get it straight. Tory need protection in the prison. Those black men who are in there, even if they're not gang affiliated, they're not going to be affiliated with you because they don't want problems with the gangs. You was in there, you was getting by with, with your Migo friends until the money ran out. Hence, unite the people. And now you done got the skippity pep. They done poked you up. Now that all of a sudden is Rock Nation fault. What does Rock Nation have to do with you taking your stupid sawed off behind online, picking a side when people are involving violent acts and trying to pay for people to get shot at? Why you picking sides when you could have been quiet? Why you couldn't be as quiet in that prison as you was in that courtroom? See, the time for you to talk, Midget Mac, was when you was in the courtroom, when it was the people versus Daystar Peterson. That was your time to talk. Your name was on the marquee. You was the star of the show. But when you was the star of the show, you didn't have main character energy. You sat up there quiet as a hooker at a revival meeting. You was as quiet as a Negro at a Klan rally. You were so quiet we could hear a rat piss on cotton. That's how quiet you was. Then you get up in the prison and your mouth wide open, picking sides while you in Gangland Central. Gangland Central. And hint, hint, the gang members who are in there are not in there for jaywalking. None of them. So magically, these idiots, this is somehow Rock Nation fault. Rock Nation made him sit in the courtroom and not say Kelsey did it. Rock Nation made you get online after being in prison and run your mouth so that you can't be up under no black folks in there like you in a mess. Rock Nation apparently, maybe Rock Nation was supposed to pay the Migos so they would protect you in there. And they refused to pay. Then we got Combat Chris. Remember I showed y'all Combat Chris said free Tory. Then take his stupid behind back to the scene of the crime in the UK where you pap somebody. Where's my bottle? Where Combat Chris did this. Hit somebody in the head several times, ran them down, punched them, and kicked them. Left lacerations on the man's scalp, torn ligaments. The man had already sued you. You knew you committed a violent act. Like that ain't even simple assault. You went ham, turkey, and luncheon meat on this man and return to the scene of the crime. And these Negroes is online saying this is Rock Nation. Did Rock Nation tell you to take your butt back to the scene of the crime? Was it Rock Nation who told you to hit Abe in the head with that bottle 3 times? Did Rock Nation force you to do that? Were they standing behind you holding your hand with the Don Julio and making you bam little Abe in the head? Did Rock Nation chase you with a pistol to make you run him down and punch him and kick him? You return to the scene of the crime, dum-dum. What the hell they got to do with Rock Nation? It's not like you beat that man up and you thought he let it go. You knew he didn't let it go because he sued you. He sued you. So he did not let it go. Then we got the DVD player. Little DVD player gets a restraining order and temporary custody went to the the mama, because this little girl seemed like she nice, until they could figure out the schedule or whatever. And somehow that's supposed to be Rock Nation. Oh. Did Jay-Z make you chip that girl tooth? Oh, I know. I got it. Remember, I figured out when Tory shot Megan, they said it was Jay-Z. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe Jay-Z snuck over there and he was midget tossing. He threw Tory and the gun went off when Tory landed. It was all Jay-Z's fault. I figured that one out. So let me get this straight with the DVD player. Maybe it wasn't a spare key when he went in that girl's house and went up there filming and taking pictures in her master bedroom. Maybe it was somebody from Rock Nation that went over there and hired a locksmith to pick the lock. And then they forced him upstairs. They chased him upstairs to this girl's bedroom and told him, you either gonna film and take pictures or else. That's what happened. It's the deflection for me. It's the lack of accountability for me. What are we doing so that these rusty Negroes are committing all sorts of crimes and atrocities and it's never their fault? Like, are we really okay? It's never their fault. The only time it's their fault is when their victim is not Black. I said it and I don't care. The only time it's their fault is when the victim is not Black. If the victim is Black, oh, it's all your fault. No, Halle, if he bruised you and chipped your tooth, you was not supposed to put him in jail. You was not supposed to call the police. You wasn't supposed to go to the judge. Don't get a restraining order. Let him kill you. It don't matter if he's stalking you. When it's Chris, no, that's just combat Chris. It's cool because he can dance and do splits and stuff. He be rolling his belly at the girls. It's not his fault if he beat up somebody with a bottle, chased them and stomped them. It's not his fault. Y'all just mad because he beat up Rihanna and it's no big deal because she's Black. It's fine. It's fine. You go to Tory. Oh no, he's not to blame. He only shot a Black girl. We already don't like her because you know she got that shape on her. She making money and she kind of cute. We already don't like her. It's cool if you shoot her. Free him so he can shoot another sister. It's never their faults. You know how I can prove it? DS said it was Jay-Z finger that unlocked that door. That's what happened. It was Jay. Coco said they use Rock Nation as a scapegoat. The real bad people in the industry, they scared to say their name. Honestly, sis, these people on the streets don't even know their name. They just need somebody to blame. And right now, apparently, Rock Nation is the new Negro Illuminati. So anything happened, they did it. Sis on the phone said Captain Crunch and the Brady Bunch made him do it. Yep, with his pissy tail. That's who did it. But I can prove it to you. Y'all want me to prove it? I can prove to you that they're only guilty if the victim ain't Black. You know, I can prove it. Look at Cassie and Diddy right now. I ain't even gonna get into all that because they done pissed me off with all the mess. They gonna mess around and let Puffy go home. And he really should have a real case because he's done a lot of stuff over the years, but they ain't really coming with no real stuff. All we hearing about is he beat Cassie. And everybody just dying. Oh, Lord, he beat Cassie. Oh, Lord, she's so innocent. She naive. She a victim. Oh, Lord. and let you say Carisha name. She nasty, she evil, she knew everything he was doing. She was in on it from the beginning. Even when she was in middle school, she guilty of all of it. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. They tell me, because I ain't watching the mess, but they tell me she done admitted she was jealous of Kim Porter and all that. How you jealous of somebody and you claim you were scared for your life and getting beat up and you wanted to leave and you couldn't. I wanted to leave and can't. You was Miss Celie up in there. Then they tell me when you was going with Kid Cudi, you done admitted to the fact that you was cheating on him going back to Hunch Puffy. Then they say when you ran off with the hired help with the clear boy that you're married to now, before y'all got married, you was still sneaking back over there hunching Puffy. And I heard he ain't got nothing but a little smoky. So you surely wasn't going over there for no good feeling. You was going over there to get paid. But because her skin ain't black, she is a victim. Most of the people don't care about what we should care about, which is this allegations that children were harmed. I don't hear nobody talking about, hey, can we get the evidence on these kids? Can we get something done about this? Don't nobody care about that. They too busy being upset because somebody who ain't black that they want to call black because, that's what they want to represent them, not people who actually look like them, because she got her tail whooped at that hotel, which is bad. He shouldn't have beat her up. At the end of the day, the young lady's a sex worker, and unfortunately, being a sex worker sometimes comes with getting beat up. Y'all know it. Y'all know about pimps and hoes. Y'all done heard about it your whole life. Let's not act naive. It's not pleasant. It's not right, but that's kind of what happens. Okay. Unfortunately. But I have questions about these children. I have questions about these children. But I said all that to say this. The only time Black men are guilty is if the victim ain't black. The minute that victim is a Black woman, you're not guilty. Free him. Let him go. Y'all trying to tear a Black man down. No, maybe we just don't want him on the street so he can harm other sisters. Have you ever thought of that? But it is what it is. I ain't gonna beat no dead horses around here. I ain't gonna do it. Ain't my style. It ain't my style at all. So I ain't gonna do it. Now, yeah, you too, you want to know about the children too, because that's all I want to know about is the children. Them grown people who was willingly participating in all that debauchery and hedonism and demonic behavior. I don't care about y'all grown people. Right. Common sense is not common, sis. It's not. Lulu's little girl say facts. Now she got 20 for therapy. We don't know how much she got actually because they would not disclose the amount. We know she asked for 30 and they settled for an amount, but they wouldn't tell us what the amount was. So we really don't know. Yeah, I'm betting Twitter is a mess. Yeah, it is. It is, because anytime somebody point out what's going on, that people get mad. So, it is what it is at this point. I just can't seem to care. Because unless y'all are going to make him answer for and properly investigate and find out where those children are. Oh, she testified under oath that she got the 20, so she asked for 30 and got 20. Okay, bet. If that's what, I told y'all I'm not watching the court case, so forgive me, okay? Forgive me. I simply did not know. But it is what it is, and that ain't the only thing stupid going on. Now, let's get on to some more stupid stuff, but I had to let y'all know about them 3 crash test dummies doing all this foolishness, wrecking their lives, terrorizing other normal people, and now everybody blaming Rock Nation. Because, of course, they can't be guilty because their victims were not, other. So, honorable mention before we go to the next piece of mess. Honorable mention. Now we got Jennifer Williams, from over there at Basketball Wives. Y'all know Jen, pretty girl. Jennifer Williams always been pretty. She has also always been a lapdog up until recently for Evelyn Hosada. The one who likes to put gorilla emojis for Black women. That whore, right? Now, all of a sudden, Jennifer can see that maybe Evelyn don't like Black women. I just felt like that was worth an honorable mention because I just want to get it off my chest. I find it interesting that Jennifer didn't have this take, and until now. I find it interesting that Jennifer could not see that Evelyn Hosada do not like black women until now. She only now realizes that Evelyn Hosada don't like black women. Only now. She likes laying up with black men. They have some coin that she can get. She likes hanging around black women because it gives her access to more black men. But she don't like black women. And I just found it interesting that Jennifer Williams only now manages to see that Evelyn Hosada don't like black women. All that stuff she did where OG was concerned, she couldn't see it then. But now she can see it. Even when she was doing stuff to Jennifer in the past, she couldn't put two and two together. But now since this man is involved, she's protective over this man. I guess she got on her mammy coat. Now you can see it. As long as she was, exhibiting her behavior and it was only directed to you and only directed to other black women, you could not see it. Even though you're a black woman, the minute the equation came, with this gentleman that you've married, whatever his situation is, and I saw a clip about Evelyn calling him a felon and Jennifer saying your daughter is pregnant from a felon, which she is. Because y'all know Evelyn Hosada's daughter got a baby with the game, Jayceon, and he is a felon, ex-stripper, and he just lost a court case about sexual assault case, and lost a whole house behind it. Plus, there's rumors of him messing with some underage girl over there in the UK. I would advise him don't take no flights to the UK either. Let me just say this as a PSA. If you are anyone here in the States and you have committed any heinous crimes in the UK, how about as a starter, don't go back to the UK? I think Jayceon, the game, should not go back to the UK because I heard that he was messing with a 15-year-old girl over there. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard. Quiet Storm says she don't even like black men. She just knows they're an easy target because she's their preference. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Hey, Delicia, thank you for being number 88. Yes, Minnie. Jennifer is slow as molasses in 20-degree weather. Yes, she is. But, I had to give her the honorable mention. Moving right along. Let's go to the RHOA stupidness. Let's just look. Why not, right? Let's look at what we can look at. Because some stuff I'm not going to do because, they'll be very, very happy to flag you and tag you. And I ain't trying to be flagged and tagged, okay? So, okay, here we go. I want y'all to see how Portia playing in these people's face. I really want y'all to see, and we're gonna do we're gonna have us a little audio moment. We're gonna have an audio moment, because I don't think that'll get us popped. Sometime we could play with the audio, but the video is never a go. Fatima, what's up? Thank you. Say you have yet to tell a lie. We are the children. He's so crazy. Thank you for being like number 84. Let me share this screen real fast. Hold on. Yeah, I know I'm a little slow. Okay, so here we go. Well, actually, that ain't the first one. We'll get back to that. We're gonna get back to that for the record. This is where she started playing with these folks. Was right here. Portia playing with these folks. I'm not sure what her energy is now. Her energy seems a little different to me. I told y'all that Sunday. I ain't really figuring it out. But Portia playing with these people, right? They say, okay, P. Willie. So look. So this is what she posted 3 days ago. Happy birthday to Shamia. I hope you get everything your heart desires. You deserve it, right? And so I'm sitting here like, Portia, You know, Shamia is out here doing interviews and all, trying to play up the rift between y'all. And Portia ain't responding to nothing. She ain't addressing nothing. She ain't doing no interviews to talk about nothing, to answer no questions about nothing. She on her YouTube channel ain't addressing none of it. She showing them people she getting her titties refreshed. Like, she literally is just like, yep, not responding to any of it. So she posted pictures of her and Shamia and telling her happy birthday and all like that there. You know, they going, but all the pictures back down memory lane, just posting all the pictures, posting all the pictures, posting all the pictures. Okay. This is the energy she came with 3 days ago. Now, let me see if I can scroll down. Let me direct y'all attention. Let me direct y'all attention to Shamia Morton's comment. If I highlight it, can y'all see it? Talking about, oh, this made my day. Thank you, Portia. I appreciate that. So I'm sitting here like, Shamia, you are not the smartest girl in the class, are you? You're not the smartest girl in the class. That girl see everything you saying about her, and she is showing you, like, this is Portia saying, I don't care. Like, this is literally Portia saying to Shamia, I don't care. And Shamia thought, oh, that make me feel good. Like, girl, she see what you're doing, and this is her way of saying, I see you and I don't care. Why on earth are you in Portia comments talking about, y'all, excuse me, I had to mess up. Why would she be in Portia comments talking about some, all that made my day? How goofy is that? I'm trying to get Portia comment back, because Portia had commented back to her and was basically like something real generic. Why I can't get it? Y'all know I be wanting to get stuff when I want to get it. Did I screenshot it? Dang. Here you go. Of course, enjoy being celebrated. That's what she said to Shamia. Of course, enjoy being celebrated. What? Okay. More evidence that Portia playing in these people's face. The next person that's been on a whole interview spree, and all she Portia. Angela, the nose Oakley. Portia. Portia's this, Portia that. She a hoe, she a this, she a that. She a hoe, she a slut, she a freak. Got a different every day of the week. I mean, she got all this. Portia. Look what Portia posted on her. Look what she posted. Yep, Fatima. And that's why the crowd is wanting to attack her, and they love anybody else who attack her, because, you know, people don't like pretty women, especially pretty black girls. They hate a pretty black girl. Now, Portia get on my last nerves, and I'm not even a fan, but I'm not going to take nothing from her. The heifer's pretty. But look how she posted Angela. Now, she didn't post everybody pictures, but she posted Angela and Cynthia. And then she posted Angela and was like, luxury at its finest. A queen has risen. Pampered by Portia and Mrs. Angela Oakley. Out of everything she could have said, she said a queen has risen. So she really, she letting you know, oh, you trying to rise to the top. Let me celebrate you. You show rising girl. You the queen girl. And she played the Beyonce song, that My House song. So Angela in the comments, ooh, the song is taking me out, not my house. And Portia was like, you owned it, so we came to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, she really playing in their face. Y'all doing press runs talking about Portia. And she ain't even responding. She posting pictures of you talking about how fabulous you are. And then she posted Cynthia and is like, oh, the supermodel. I don't think she playing with Cynthia. I think it's for real with Cynthia, you know, because they both the same people. But I'm just like, Portia really playing with people this go around. She playing with them really, really hard this go around. So then, hold on. Let me go on back to Shamia, because I'm going to let y'all hear some audio from this sneak peek, because we got to talk about this. I keep telling y'all, Shamia was trying to play the game. She was going to try to bring they real drama or real issues they had in the past on the camera, I guess, to make herself more interesting. I don't know. She could have just been herself. It was cool. it was cool with her just trying to, as she say, be the glue. But I guess that wasn't enough, or maybe production told her that wasn't enough. So y'all listen at this here sneak peek situation. Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all hear this, because this is a mess. It is. Now listen, I want y'all to hear this sneak peek situation. I want y'all to hear this. Well, this is with Portia and Shamia. This is Portia and Shamia. Turn your phones and stuff up, or television, whatever you watching on, because you know I can't do nothing but audio. Y'all know that.
Guys, for maybe not being so open about my feelings over the years. Between you and I is when you do things that bother me, like music. It's an uncomfortable situation. I'm surprised by this energy I'm getting from Shamia. I'm confused to why all these things are being brought back up that we talked about. The fact that Portia took the stuff that these ladies were saying and ran with it.
Y'all can't hear?
Hurtful. They brought up all the rumors back in the day. And the reasons why.
Hold on. I thought for sure y'all could hear it. Any other time y'all could hear it, why y'all can't hear? Dang. Hold on. I gotta find a way to make to get the sound without. You can hear what you a bit now. You can hear me, or you can't hear them. What can you hear? Because I turned them off. Dang. I gotta find a way to get this on here, because y'all was hearing it before. Hold on. I know what. Let's do this. How about?
I just apologize for maybe not.
Can y'all hear now? Give me a 1 or a 2 or something.
I think all I'm trying to say is I think I would have preferred to have come out.
I'm stopping it because I need to know if y'all can hear now. You still can't hear them. I don't know. Hold on. There's got to be a way. Are y'all saying one you can hear now, or you can't? Now y'all can hear. Okay, so it was just because I had the other screen up, it wouldn't let y'all hear. No problem. We're going to run it back. All right. Listen to the foolishness now. This is Portia and Shamia. Listen now.
Or tell you how I feel about some of these things. For me anyway. What's between you and I is when you do things that bother me, like talk over music. Over me when I'm talking. Those things. It's an uncomfortable situation. I'm surprised by the energy I'm getting from Shamia. I'm confused to why all these things are being brought back up that we talked about. Portia took the stuff that these ladies were saying and ran with it. It's hurtful. They brought up rumors back in the day. And the reasons why she, quote unquote, wasn't a good friend to me. But I didn't admit that. Place. So I'm sad.
Shamia, you full of crap. Now let's talk about it. Okay, y'all listen, y'all gonna watch it on Sunday anyway. So look, and it's right on Instagram, it's on Twitter, it's everywhere. Okay, so let's just get into it. So they sitting down talking, and we got Shamia telling her like, oh, you know, I'm careful because I treat our relationship with kid gloves and this because it's important to me and I care about it and yada yada yada. And so Portia was like, well, I'm just confused because we done talked about a lot of this stuff already. And Shamia didn't even bring up the fact that, like, why is it coming back up on camera? It was just like, it's just when you do stuff and you know, like talk over me or talk over my music or talk over me or make posts and stuff, it feels a certain type of way and I don't say nothing about it right then. I don't go crazy right then. So it's like you still didn't address the fact that it's stuff that y'all already have addressed and now you're bringing it back up on camera. And then it was weird to hear, not weird, it was like completely disingenuous and off to hear Shamia saying, well, I think how did she put it? That basically she wouldn't have wanted it to come up in the group, but you brought it to the group. You were upset because she talked over your music, which that was a very weird thing to do. And I called it then. I'm like, why is Portia doing that to her friend? But she got upset about it and went and talked to Angela and ran her mouth about Portia. And because the girl came back and told Portia, it's Portia's fault. Girl, you went to them people talking about your friend and your friend still didn't show out on you. You're mad because they told your friend, and what was your friend supposed to do? Like, really, what is the protocol? Y'all tell me in the chat. What's the protocol if somebody that you think is your friend talk about you to somebody else and they come back and repeat it? What exactly, how are you supposed to respond to that? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Like, what is the proper etiquette? Because if somebody come and tell me you said something about me, I can believe it or not believe it. I can address it or not address it. If I think that it's possible that you said some stuff because these people wasn't around and they mentioning stuff that I know they don't know nothing about, then obviously you said something. But if I choose not to say something to you about it, how am I harming you? And then we got Shamia in the confessional saying, oh, she took it and ran with it. Ran with what? She didn't say anything. She didn't try to fight you. She didn't try to embarrass you. She didn't confront you. Actually, you confronted her. It's odd. It's just odd freaking behavior. And you know what else is odd? Oh, Renee is in the house. Hey, girl. Oh, look at the baby graduation picture. All right. You have a good one too, sis. It's just, I don't know. She not giving Shamia nothing to work with. And so she was just like, you know, am I boring you? Am I tiring you? Are you tired of me? And it's like, girl, she just told you like it's an uncomfortable situation because she don't even know how to respond to what you're doing. She's sitting there quietly trying to figure out why somebody who's supposed to be her friend is bringing up stuff that y'all done already dealt with on camera. And then Shamia is trying to gaslight. Why is it uncomfortable for me to express myself? She's already made it clear to you in front of the same camera. You had already expressed yourself. Y'all had already talked about what you expressing yourself about. So the fact that it's coming back again, you talking about all this old stuff. If you mad because she talked over your music, just be like, hell, I ain't like because you talked over my music. Bringing up stuff y'all already talked about. What's she supposed to do other than breathe heavy? Is she supposed to like re-argue it or like have a brand new argument about what y'all already argued about? It's weird. It's like Shamia is trying to make fetch happen and Portia not helping her. Portia just sitting there looking at her like she crazy. And now she online while Shamia, Drew, and Angela is talking about Portia to anybody who will listen. Portia. Portia ain't even hardly giving us that much this season. And her name is the only name everybody keep talking about. It's weird. Deborah say Portia isn't giving Shamia the fuel she needs to keep this feud going. Portia's securing her place, in my opinion. I agree. Because the energy Portia's giving this season is like she's not playing into anything. She's not playing into anything. Yvette said, I go straight to Portia and say how I felt. Me too. If you talking over my music, you know, we have an event, we on camera, you know, this show is to like promote what you doing and what you got going on, your businesses, your ventures, your music, whatever. Fair play. Y'all at this event over here at the bank, all the ladies are there. It's a decent vibe because at that point, Bang Bang Sleazy hadn't even started tripping yet. So Shamia playing her music, that was the perfect time to play her music. Like, oh, I wanted y'all to hear this. It was messed up and jacked up for Portia to be talking over that girl music. It didn't make sense. And not only talking over her music, but is that her? Is that Drew? That ain't your voice. That sound like Drew. Is that Drew? Y'all sure that's not Drew? I didn't know why Portia was doing that. That was so messed up. It felt very passive aggressive. It felt very nasty. I would have been all here for Shamia, checking her like, you know what? I was wrong for talking about you to Angela, but really what it was, I was mad because you did that to me, and I didn't know where that came from. We ain't had nothing going on between us, but your energy toward me is real stank, and what is this about? Like, honestly, I think it was something else that had already happened, and whatever that was, or maybe Portia had already heard something, but her energy been off really since Shamia's birthday party. I'ma just be honest. When I look back at it, her energy was off since then. Deborah said, I'm gonna be tickled when Angela gets the seat next to Andy at the reunion while Portia remains to Andy's right. Yeah, that is gonna be funny. It's gonna be very funny. Yeah, she ain't giving them nothing. And I don't understand. I don't know what this is. Like, she giving something, but she not giving them anything to play off of. This is very much giving. If y'all thought that the game was target Portia, target Kenya. Now Kenya gone and y'all think all y'all finna fly at Portia. It's looking like Portia not finna give y'all nothing. Y'all about to be on y'all own with this one. DS say it's because Kenya is gone. Why they can't stop talking about Portia? Right. That's what I'm saying, DS. I think the game was when they came in, newbies 0 in, swarm, Portia, Kenya, attack. And it's not. It ain't working. It ain't working. I'm going to tell y'all this right here. Ain't none of them no real friends. Shamia ain't no real friend. Portia ain't no real friend. Cynthia ain't no real friend. Can I keep going down the line? Ain't none of them no real friends. Ain't nobody on that show real friends. We have not had real friends on RHOA since the original friend circle got broken up. These people are not friends. These are co-workers. At this point. And where Shamia and Portia are concerned, they've been knowing each other since they was 15, so they say, and I believe them. But I think that they are frenemies. They're not friends. This is why I told y'all the other night. If you friends or this your homegirl or whatever, if y'all quarreling and breaking up and stuff, stop being friends with that person. Because from the first time y'all fell out, y'all not friends no more. That person gonna always remember what you did and said while y'all was arguing. You're gonna always remember what that person did and said while y'all was arguing. And no matter how cool y'all get, that's gonna be in the back of your mind. And y'all gonna be doing little stuff to jab each other. That's not a friend. I don't know why women do that. If you not friends and you fall out with your friends, stay fell out. Stay fell out. You don't go with, if you date men and you don't date women, why are you quarreling and going back and forth doing breakup to make up with another woman? What are you doing? They're not friends. Neither one of them ain't friends to each other. Right. I keep saying they childhood friends, not best friends. Right, Yvette. And if you ask me, it ain't even childhood friends no more. It's childhood frenemies because they done too much stuff to each other. They've done too much stuff to each other. Yvette saying only because their mothers was best friends. Straight up. That's not your friend. That's your frenemy. You hell, if they mamas is still friends, you could say play cousin. But that ain't your friend, girl. Neither one of y'all is friends, and you can see it. You can see it. For Portia to do what she did, talking over that girl music, like, it don't matter whether her music sell or not. She want to do it. That's her dream. She investing her money in it. Your friend want to support, not support, but platform and promote her music. Why would you step on that? That was her little moment. Why would you step on it? That was nasty. That was nasty. Then where Shamia concerned, girl, if this so-called your friend, why you ain't go to your friend? You got mad about her doing something that she absolutely was dirty to do. And instead of going to her and saying, hey, hooker, why you did that? Hell, y'all left there riding together that night. Kenya got in the back seat. Y'all dropped her off. At some point, y'all was alone talking. Why you ain't say, Heifer, what was that? Since that's your friend, instead you go talk about her to size 12 and get mad when size 12 repeated and start bringing up stuff that y'all done already argued about 10 years ago. Ain't none of these heifers friends. They not. I keep telling y'all, that's why I don't like any of them. None of these people are good people. Yes. Ain't nothing but a mess. And then I seen some person online was like, oh, while they was at the event or whatever promoting Portia's business, mind you, they all promote each other's businesses. I hope she paid Drew. And so Portia was like, she was working because the cameras were rolling. And so Drew was like, if that's the case, I was working in Nashville. No, you were not. You crashed the party in Nashville. Like, stop the crap. Why would she pay you and not pay everybody else? Did you pay the ladies when they came to your fake drop it with Drew? That wasn't even no legitimate business. You ain't dropped nothing since. But a bunch of lies. And they came there to promote that garbage with you. You ain't even make no money off it. Did you pay them then? All of them be promoting each other's business. Like, cut the crap. Like, really cut the crap. Cut all of it. Like, it's really, in real life, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. It like, when I say enough. Now let's talk about Uncle Ben, Simon. So listen, the latest on him, and we gonna get up out of here off of this one. I might have to come back because the foolishness is still foolishness. Okay. However, okay, the latest with everybody's favorite illegal. Now he's everybody's favorite illegal. Y'all know what's so funny about this mess with Simon and social media? Is that when he was with Portia, he's a scammer, he's a scammer, he's a scammer, he's a scammer. He ain't got no money while we watching him spend money. Now, we don't know where the hell he got it. You know, he got the petroleum company or had it. I don't know who running it now. But he's a scammer, he's a scammer, he's a scammer, he's a scammer. Soon as Portia filed for a divorce, oh, he's a victim and Portia did him wrong. ICE pick him up. Oh, Portia ruined his life. No, he ruined his life. Them people deported you and you back. You got IDs with different names on them and couldn't stay off social media and kept wanting to run to the courthouse. Portia was even trying to get y'all to go ahead and do the final court date over the Zoom or whatever. You didn't even video call. You didn't have to go to court. You was fighting to be there in person because you thought you was harassing her and ended up getting yourself picked up. Now he's a victim. Well, listen to the latest, y'all. Listen to the latest with Uncle Ben. This is what In Touch says. In Touch Weekly. Portia's estranged husband, Simon Guabadia, is reportedly still in ICE custody. So he's still in the deep freezer and is still waiting to learn his fate of being deported back to his home country or not. Because of his detainment, Simon may have to let the feds escort him to divorce court to handle his matters with Portia. A judge recently set a date for a hearing involving Portia's plea for her husband, for her and Simon's prenuptial agreement to finally be enforced following her filing for divorce. The hearing was originally supposed to be held on April 30th, but Simon's lawyers requested it be pushed back due to him still being in the deep freeze. Okay. His lawyer urged the courts to allow a few weeks' time. They say just give us a few weeks' time. Okay. A few weeks' time. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen in a few weeks. So they can handle the deportation matter first. You better hope it's done in a few weeks. That stuff can take a long time. That's why it's better to just do your paperwork right, come here the right way, because, you know, breaking the law never pays off. And when you break the law, I'm going to just be honest, I don't feel bad for you. I don't care what your reason is. You did it. Whatever the consequence, you're not a victim. You chose this, okay? But they say they want to try to handle the deportation stuff first, then focus on divorce proceedings, okay? The judge ultimately agreed to their request, so their next court date has been set for June 11th. If it ain't handled by then, the judge may go ahead and just rule without him being there, because he can do that too. The judge also ordered Simon's lawyer to draft a proposed protection order that would allow ICE agents to physically bring Simon to the divorce hearing if he's still in their custody at the time of the court date. So the judge is already, you know, telling them make provisions. Now, go ahead and do the paperwork, draw up your paperwork and make provisions now, because if he's still in there on the 11th, court is happening. So he's telling them get your paperwork so they can bring you to court on the 11th if you're still in there, okay? If Simon is out of their custody but not able to make it to the hearing due to possibly being deported, Simon is required to tell the court in advance so he can attend the hearing remotely. So he still may end up having to attend court via Zoom or video call or whatever, which is what they was, you know, trying to do in the first place. They say a source close to Simon told In Touch that he thought he was going to be released from ICE detention center a few weeks ago, but he unfortunately still remains in their custody. Yeah. Them people ain't playing no more. They ain't playing no more. So let's see. That's all I can say. I don't even know what to say for him. I heard them ICE detention centers are not very nice places. So hopefully they either, you know, allow him to pay something. I doubt they're going to let him in because he done been caught doing too many illegal things. The fake IDs, the being deported once and sneaking back over. Your skin is black. Like, it's a lot of things that's not giving. They're going to let you back in here. I'm going to just be honest. You come out better to be in your country of origin and continue to travel all over the place if you can, than to be sitting in an ICE detention center. So hopefully they at least get him out of there. Do I feel sorry for him? Absolutely not. But those detention centers, I've heard, I do not know, I have not seen firsthand, but I heard they are not very nice places at all. Okay. But listen, let me just do a quick sweep. Make sure we ain't miss no good gossip. Make sure ain't nothing new and fresh off the press coming. Wait a minute. I'm gonna mind my business on that one. Yeah, I don't think we missed nothing, y'all. I think we got all the gossip we finna get for right this minute. But y'all know, I'm getting a little bit, the work is starting to back off a little bit. So, I will be back as the gossip permits. But man, y'all don't know, it felt so good to get this gossip off my chest. Talking to y'all. Thank you so much for being here. And y'all know what time it is. If you didn't hit that like button on the way in, please make sure you on the way out. Channel. Subscribe if you have not subscribed, because we happy to have you here. You know this, and you know this, man. We happy to have you here. And if you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video and a membership link under, in the description box. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Also, we got a link for my book, Little Girl, Big World, which is a survival guide for girls leaving home for the first time. We want to keep them safe. We don't want to give them bad advice like Tia, like, oh, let your baby daddy beat you up and just, get some honey. So please make sure every little girl has that survival guide. We got the link for our merchandise store so you can get your crown gear and represent the royal family. We have the link for our Amazon storefront so we can all shop together for our homes, okay, your home and mine. And the link for my Amazon wish list in case y'all want to help a girl out with some new notebooks, pens. Y'all know I be writing the hell out them notebooks. So help a girl out. Any support, I appreciate it. I want to say a special shout out to my sisters who supported this stream. I want to say thank you to Brandy. Thank you to Minnie FBA. Thank you to Ashley. I appreciate you guys sending your support to this stream. Thank you to everyone who hit the like button. Thank you for sending up your bubbles. Thank you for commenting in the chat. Thank you for hanging with me and gossiping. I appreciate you from the depths of my heart. So listen, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Be positive, be productive. Okay, encourage others and make sure that you encourage yourself. And remember, in case no one else says it to you, God loves you. I love you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all again soon, okay?